people always asking me about Chief Keef. I done did about 50 blogs on Chief Keef. The people probably tired of it, but they want to know because I kind of brought up the feds in a earlier blog. People want to know what I meant by that when I said the feds scared Chief Keef away from Chicago. A lot of you guys thinks that the Warrens and shit got him away from Chicago. Man, this man walk around with 50 pounds of the gas on him. He toting poles and 30s. You think this man give a fuck about a Warren? You guys is crazy, man. Don't get me wrong. He aware of the back door. A lot of people hate on him. A lot of people want to hurt him. He's like the ultimate top target, from the ops and maybe even backdoor with some of his friends and shit, if you ask me. But the feds scared Chief Keef earlier with that JoJo incident. He was scared straight in the beginning. It's the reason why he left O Block, didn't bring nobody with him, not doing features with nobody. He left and just distanced himself from all that shit. And it's the reason why the feds scared him with that JoJo shit, because he was linked to his death, even though he didn't do that shit, but he was linked to his death. The streets talked and the police started monitoring that social media shit. That's when they really started doing that shit, digging in that social media shit, that JoJo Chief Keef shit. They scared him, then they got to seeing Blood Money getting killed, Capo getting killed. Look, Chief Keef couldn't even come in Chicago to Capo funeral. You think that was because some warrants? The feds told him they was going to link him to some conspiracy, RICO charges and shit like that. Out of all those murders and shit that was going on, because he was a young wild dude, they was going to say he was the money to fund it, but it would have looked a little weird because he was real young. But that's what they was on. That shit scared him straight. We ain't seen Sosa in Chicago ever since. No sneak sightings, no none. A lot of his homies then got killed. He ain't at none of the funerals. He ain't at none of that. And that's because that's the FBI. They did that shit. I'm hearing rumors about Dirk. I done said that in an earlier blog too. Y'all probably check some of that out, but I'm telling you, I know y'all finna be in the comment section talking about the man had warrants and all kind of shit, man. Chief Keef don't care about that. It's the same guy who came to Ramsey the Great crib where he was at. I think he stayed with Chief Keef manager and put knuckles and fists all on him, up guns on him with Tato, all kind of shit. He caught a case for that. Ever since that happened, Sosa been out. But that even happened in Cali. He kind of, snapped that moment. But Sosa kind of been out of the limelight. He not popping up at no funerals. He done kind of switched this shit to gaming. You don't even really link those guys to Chief Keef anymore. And that's what he planned on doing in the beginning. The feds told him about these gang wars and all these deaths that was occurring. And he was the first one to kind of link himself to being a big player in that shit. So the reason you don't really see Chief Keef in Chicago, and the reason the feds, it's the feds, man. They scared him. I actually talk about this in a lot more other blogs. I don't know if you've seen my other blogs, but I want you guys to check out this blog that's on this TV, that's on the screen right now. That blog right there, you check that blog out and it explains a lot more of what I'm talking about right now. It's the only truth.